Oh, I could do Fandango at home. I do that a lot. I'll do that. Oh, wait, unless should we share it again like we did before? It can be easier
Uh,
it'll be easier for me if I just rent it on my own. Is that
yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Because it's awkwardly not on YouTube, so that's cool.
When it's not on YouTube, it's harder because I have to give you my Amazon password or vice versa.
Yeah, right. And like I am logged into someone else's Amazon, and so I don't want to like buy it on there, but I do the Fandango rentals, so I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I've
Okay.
never used the Fandango rental.
It's like I have a smart TV, and I think it's
Mhm.
just an app that's already kind of on there. And
Hmm.
so we just like rented a movie on there one day, and it's like it's pretty cheap. Yeah, so maybe you might like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I know they
Maybe.
get new releases pretty fast.
Yeah.
So because they're the theater company.
They are the movie ticket theater company.
But yeah, hello and welcome back to the Real Horror Show podcast. This is our mini show where we just talk about a show we're watching briefly, pick our next movie, and shoot the shit if there's any horror news going on, which I don't think there's anything crucial happening in the horror genre right now, except the mainstream media has discovered that Robert Eggers is a babe.
Yeah, that's actually really funny because I don't think I actually knew what he looked like until I started to see those pictures of everyone on the red carpet for Nosferatu.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, who's that man who's like isn't he like is he bald or something?
he has
Robert
a buzz
A.
cut.
But
Yeah,
yes, okay, so very short, yeah, really, really short hair. And I was like, who's this guy? Like, oh, it's the director. You never
yeah,
know with horror directors. Like
yeah,
they'll look either like this, like very handsome, or they'll look like very, very basic men that you just see anywhere,
yeah.
just very average looking, not.
Well, with the types of horror that Robert Eggers likes to do, I always picture Robert Eggers being kind of a white-haired old man since he does these
Oh, yeah.
gothic, quiet horror films.
This dude, he's 41 years old, so he must be an old soul.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That means he was making those really good movies when he was in his 30s. That's fucking wild. Like The Witch,
Hmm.
that was 2015. He must have been like in his 30s. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. This guy rules. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
So, speaking of horror daddies, let's talk about episode 8 of Haunting of Hill House.
oh yeah.
Where this is the one where we find out adult Steven is kind of just a fucking douchebag. Um,
Yeah.
Not even douchebag. I think that's a very light term to describe why his marriage ended. So they were struggling to conceive, and she didn't understand why, but it's revealed later in the episode that Steven had a secret vasectomy because he's pro eugenics.
Yeah, for real. He's like, our family has too much mental illness, so no thank you.
Yeah. So
Damn.
he's just like, I guess we're infertile, can't have kids, instead of having an open and honest discussion with his wife who wants kids. These are discussions you should have before you get married.
For real. He really, really fucked that one up
Yeah.
a lot. Because she straight up was like, why isn't it working? I've tried everything. And I'm like, dude, he literally like had a surgery. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And his dad is like, it's not mental illness, it's the house. It's haunted. We're cursed. And the house still wants us because we're like a fucking buffet for them of psychic energy because all of the
Mhm.
kids have some sort of like psychic ability to communicate with the undead somehow. And
Yeah.
he's like, son, the treehouse wasn't real. There was no treehouse.
Yeah, you know what? This episode actually was wild with those like crazy things he was saying about like the rooms that
Hmm.
like these kids made up, like and that they weren't there, and how he saw that ghost
Yeah.
of like the clockmaker. So like that was like, oh shit, like
Yeah. I
what the
never
fuck?
hired a clockmaker. There was no
Right.
treehouse. So
Yeah.
this is the episode where it's kind of revealed that all of the kids in some way have already been in the red room
Hmm.
through these rooms that they keep saying they were in or playing in that don't actually exist, like the tree house, the
Yeah.
game room.
Right.
Uh,
And I think we discover more in like the next episode or whatever. Like, but each kid had like the room. to themselves and it looked different from
Yeah.
the other kid. I mean, this is like not from the episode. This is kind of like what I remember. So like a little spoiler. But
Yeah.
yeah. Because that room
And
is extra haunted.
one of the best jump scares in the series, Nell gets tired of their bickering, so she
Oh
just
shit.
jump scares them and they crash.
Dude, that was a really good jump scare.
It's such a good jump
I was
scare.
like, oh shit.
And I
I
don't
don't,
blame her. They're just fighting over nothing. And she's like, bitch, I'll prove ghosts exist.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's like, yeah, yeah, because it was Halloween night and then uh Shirley's having a fight with her husband because she caught him maybe kissing Theo, her gay sister,
Yeah.
at the funeral of their dead sister. And of course, she's like upset and stuff because she also found out that her husband has a secret savings account with money that he took from the book deal, which she's mad. So she's like real mad about everything. And everyone, like ghosts like knock on her doors and windows and shit, and she thinks it's trick-or-treaters, but it's definitely ghosts. And then Theo's like, it's ghosts, and she's like, no, it's not, Theo. It's just the hell, it's just a prank. So like she's all pissed because she still won't allow herself to like believe that like there's something going on that's
Yeah.
not normal.
Yeah. And this is the episode where Theo finally reveals why she was macking with Shirley's husband
Yeah.
after a boob punch.
Yes,
And
I totally, yeah, yeah.
she's like, I touched Nell's body to figure out why she did it. And I
Yeah,
saw nothing. There was absolutely nothing there. It was just a black void, no
yeah,
feeling,
yeah.
emptiness. And I can't shake that feeling knowing that that's what she was going through in her
Mhm.
last months, weeks alive. And
Yeah,
so when the husband showed up, found her in the utility closet, he was like the first like beacon of light she had seen in a week. And she
yeah.
just needed to cling to that.
Yeah. So she tried to kiss him and he was like, no.
Yeah.
And then that was it. So they didn't even like do anything.
Yeah. So the sisters finally make up.
Hmm.
Finally, it's really just been a couple of hours, but
Yeah.
in Showtime, it's been 2 episodes. So
Two
they make
episodes.
up
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and they're all looking for Luke and they finally find him at the Hill House, which he plans on burning down.
Yes.
However, he is stopped by the main ghost, Poppy Hill, right?
Yeah, Poppy Hill, the insane girl.
Yep, the main ghost. She stops him,
Oh,
and
she's a script. Yeah.
now the house has all of the Crains, which is all it's ever wanted.
Yes. All of them back. And then it
Yep.
ends. So we see that there's only two episodes left after this, I think, right?
Yeah, there's 2 episodes, and I believe 9 will finally figure out what happened that fateful night in the house. And
Oh.
then 10, everything gets resolved.
Yes, yes.
Ideally, everything
Uh,
gets resolved.
yes, ideally. Yeah. Overview. Why isn't there episode list? Where's the episode?
There are 10
There
episodes.
it is. Yeah, 10
The
episodes. Let me
next
just
one
watch them
is
in
Screaming
sequence.
Mimes.
Screaming Memes. Yes. So Olivia. Okay, so now, yeah, this is kind of cool. So this episode will get a little bit more insight on like why the mom is so crazy.
Hmm.
And is it like mental illness or is it the house or is it both? I don't know.
I think it'll
And
be both.
I think so too, a little bit. Yeah, I do.
Uh, so anyway, next movie review,
Ooh, yeah.
which we were figuring out off mic. You guys caught a bit of that discussion at the top of the episode.
Yeah, we're talking about
Uh,
Fandango.
we're going to rent The Substance and finally review The Substance. I've seen The Substance. I saw it in
Yes.
theaters.
Nice.
So I'm excited that Stormy is finally going to get to participate in the
Yes.
Substance fandom.
Yes, I also want to say that I want to make a New Year's resolution to go see more horror movies in the theater this year,
Mhm.
since I'll have a little bit more time and
Yeah.
like I want to start doing that. I think that'll be really cool to do. So my first one will be Nosferatu next week.
Yay.
All right, guys. So finally coming out of
Yeah.
the
Finally coming out of the abyss.
yeah, the abyss or the cave. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to say. I was like,
Finally gonna be up to date with horror movies coming out.
yes, a little
Because
bit. I will be.
we're still in a peak horror right now. So
Yeah, so I
you've
gotta keep on the wave.
you've got to enjoy it before it
I know.
disappears.
Yeah, before it goes away, and then there's like a different like trend for a couple
Yeah.
years, and then I'll don't want to miss it.
Where like we had a really good run in the 90s and then we had the
Yes.
fucking 2006 to 2007
Mhm.
era.
Was that like was it
I,
like rom-coms happening then or
no, I think it
something?
was just horror wise. I think it was just all the
Oh.
American remakes of Japanese
Oh.
horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But with another Trump presidency, one of two things could happen. One, horror could get really good, or two, all of media gets really bad because they're scared of upsetting a certain demographic of people.
Right. Yes. Oh,
But anyway,
that's me.
I think that's all I have this week. I don't think there's been any serious breaking like horror industry news. I don't think we've had any major pop-offs, major announcements.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, yeah, I think the only thing that was major was that we got this really cool horror movie, Nosferatu, out on Christmas Day. And I
Yeah,
don't remember the last, like, when was the last time we got a horror movie out on Christmas Day?
I can't think of one in recent memory.
Me
Christmas Day
neither.
is a huge like release day for movies.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's really cool. Um, and then yeah, Terrifier 3, we watched that already and that was
Yeah.
fine.
In my theater for Nosferatu was pretty packed, and
Dude.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Um, Movie theater seats are assigned now.
Yes.
It's so wonderful.
Hmm.
It's not my problem if you refuse to buy tickets ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, there are multiple avenues to buy tickets ahead of time, and
Yeah.
you can't say, "Well, I didn't know we actually followed those rules," when movie theaters were really the only theater venue
Yeah.
that did not have assigned seatings until recent years. And you can't play dumb because my Regal personally has had it since 2017. So it's been 7 years, Janice. But
Yeah. Jeez.
it is okay to confront seat stealers. What's not okay is
Mhm.
to assume someone took your seats and then just under your breath call them seat stealers and not actually confront them. Um,
Mhm.
which is what happened to David and I
Ah,
in Nosferatu. And I get anxiety exists. I have anxiety. But
right.
I'm also an adult and realize that sometimes I need to take a deep breath and deal with the situation. David and I were in our correct seats.
Yes. Did you show them your tickets?
No, because they didn't confront us. They just walked up to our
Oh,
seats, saw that we were sitting in them, mumbled seat stealers, and sat in other seats until those seat holders came and then they moved up to the front row. But had they spoken to David and I, we would have probably resolved the situation.
yeah.
What
With
we
saying,
determined was
yeah.
they probably came to the wrong showing.
Oh, yeah. What an idiot.
Yeah, but like, or they had seats in F, but they came to D and didn't check further. They
Yeah.
just assumed we were in the wrong.
Damn.
But
People
just
are dumb.
be an
Yeah.
adult and say, hey, I think you're in our seats. And I would have said, no, these are our seats. Here are our tickets because I print paper ticket stubs for scrapbooking purposes.
Hell
And
yeah.
they would have been like, oh, this is confusing. Let me look at my ticket again. And it's instead of assuming I'm in the right.
It's like, let me actually read my own ticket.
Hmm.
Damn.
But anyway, I hope they enjoyed the movie from the front row.
Right. Yeah, that
Just
could sometimes be miserable.
anxiety is real.
Yeah.
Anxiety exists, but I'm just at a point in my own anxious life of
Mhm.
being tired of people using anxiety as an excuse not to fucking speak up and use their fucking words.
Right. I know. Instead of being, yeah, like a little like a baby about
Yeah.
shit. Damn. Yeah. But I do
Which
love
I am a
assigned
baby
seats.
about shit. I'm a baby about confrontation, but it has to happen
No,
sometimes.
they were being a baby.
They were being a baby. They were
They
absolutely being
were
babies.
being a baby. I love assigned seats though.
It's so great.
It is very great. And I look forward to going to see Nosferatu with assigned seats.
Yes.
Um,
Oh,
yes, yes,
not
yes.
horror movie related, but yesterday, because of this winter storm coming
Ooh,
through, everybody
yeah,
stays safe.
yeah.
I think you're on the snow side. I'm in the ice. middle of it.
Yep, I'm on the snow side, so it's snowy here.
Lucky
And you get the
we're
ice, that
we're
sucks.
getting ice. That's gonna
Oh,
suck.
yeah.
Uh, but yesterday we got a snow squall, which I had never heard of before. Apparently, it's a fairly new term as of 5 years ago in the weather world. It
Oh,
treats small, compact snowstorms or snow flurries that inhibit visibility on the road,
yeah.
like a tornado or hurricane warning, where it just covers a small little
Mhm.
section where that's being affected versus a general giant winter storm watch or warning, which is what the Midwest through the East Coast are currently in. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
it's
we
it's
had a
called a
snow
snow
squall.
squall.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a snow squall yesterday that lasted for three to 4 hours, if you can
Nice.
believe that. It just kept snowing
Yeah.
in like Butler.
Yeah. No, I had to
Snowy.
drive home through our snow squall.
Same fucking year. I was like, why did I even have to go into work today? It was
Yeah. Well, I
ridiculous.
drove through it because my boss and I decided, okay, we should go ahead and close up and leave early. But
Oh,
as we were
smart.
leaving, the snow squall was had finished
Uh-oh.
in. It was really funny. We my friend Zach out in Narrows, who's the westernmost friend, posted a picture of his yard and he was like, "Where the fuck did this come from?" And
Right.
then my friends in Blacksburg were like, "Oh God, it's coming down here now." I was like,
That's
I should get going before it hits the windy roads heading into Floyd." And my boss was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, good plan." And as I was leaving, it was just starting to hit Floyd, so I was able to drive through it and get past it. But it was a scary 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like really nothing to like mess around with just because like the visibility is low. And then if
Yeah.
there's cars near you, you're like, fuck, I have to like back off in case
Yeah.
I like slide. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so
But
totally
is
fine.
that was fun yesterday learning a new
Yes.
weather term. I was like,
I
what the
didn't know
fuck is a
you didn't
snow
know
squall?
squall.
I didn't know snow squall because we haven't really had a snowstorm here in 5 years, so I haven't
Yeah.
heard squall before.
I feel like I've heard squall like way before 5 years ago.
It's possible because you live in a much snowier
A snowier
area.
region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't driven in a snow squall for quite some time, my dude. But yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's gonna be a cozy winter's night in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
But
still snowing today, Sam. So, but they plowed the roads, but the
yeah.
snow is still coming. But
No,
also the sun's out, so it's
yeah.
annoying.
No, they did a good job treating all of the roads yesterday
Oh,
before it started.
good,
So
good.
hopefully
Dude,
it
well,
won't be too
they
bad.
didn't fucking do shit over here. They like let it ride for like an hour. And I'm just like, guys, danger. This is dangerous. Like, oh,
Yeah,
better set out the plows.
here they usually do a preemptive brining of all the roads when there's
Mm-hmm.
a significant snow warning.
Yeah.
And then once the snow has stopped, they go out with the plows.
Yeah, yeah. That's not, yeah, I feel like they didn't do freaking squat
Yeah, especially
because
with
it
how
was,
fucking
yeah,
cold it is right now. You can't really
yeah.
salt it because it'll just refreeze, or the salt
I
just doesn't
know.
work when it's too cold.
I know. And then also yesterday it was Friday, so the day before it was like Thursday, which means it was the day after New Year's Day, so no one was like trying to do anything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah, so Monday is a preemptive work from home day for me.
Right,
Just,
yes, so the snowstorm.
yeah,
You might
because
get
it's
a
going to be
snowstorm.
icy heading into work. So my boss
Damn.
is like,
Yep, for
your life is
real.
more important than,
For real in your car, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
that's all I
Okay.
have this week. Everyone in the path of the storm, which is like fucking 30 states.
For real, it's like all of us over here in like the Northeast, right? Like
It's
over,
all of us in the Northeast, and today
yeah.
it's hitting the Midwest, so like Kansas,
West.
Oklahoma, Indiana,
Dang.
Ohio, they're getting hit today, and then we're getting hit tomorrow.
Tomorrow slash Monday.
So it's going to be a
Mm,
crazy couple of days with ice. If you don't have to go out on the road, then stay home. Um,
yes.
be weather aware. Turn
Yes,
around,
be
don't
weather
drown.
aware. Yeah, yeah, because that's the real horror show is like extreme weather. So just be careful because you could be caught in it.
Oh, I think David just popped up my windshield wipers, which I forgot to do yesterday when I got
Good.
home.
That's
Yay.
nice. Now they
Yeah,
won't freeze to the thing,
yeah, that is
to your
nice.
windshield.
What a
Excellent.
guy.
What a guy. Well, speaking of what a guy. next week we'll be watching our
The,
movie,
the
The
substance.
Substance About Girl.
Yeah.
Girl stuff. And then, yeah, and then after that, we have two more episodes of Haunting of Hill House, guys. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
I'm
right.
out.
I will talk to you next week then.
All right, guys, talk to you next week. Be safe and bye.
Stay warm. Bye.
Bye bye.
And there's a creepy doll that always follows you. It's got a